Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video we are going to be making a quick trip to the at-home store to see what they have out for spring 2025. I had baby in tow with me, so it was a little bit of a shorter journey just so that way we could get places where we needed to be, but I'm excited to share with you guys some clips of the store. It is such a large store that it is honestly overwhelming. I did not even hit half of it in this video, but hopefully you guys can get an idea for what it is that they have available. And then I'll share with you guys the couple items that I picked up from there. But let's head out to At Home. So heading into At Home, like I mentioned, we are making a quick trip today, just seeing what it is they have out for the spring 2025 season. Lots of outdoor accent pieces that you can add into your gardening landscape. They had a bunch of different smaller accent planters that would be great on a side table if you have an outdoor coffee table as well. I loved this natural woven like scalloped one. It actually has little legs too. You could technically leave them off if you wanted to, but it helps create a little visual interest to raise it off so you could put it next to something rather than on top of a table. But tons of really great options and at great prices as well. I loved the pop of purple on these ones. They almost look like hydrangeas, but this is a really great way of introducing color in a subtle way that could tie into accent pillows on your seating outdoors. If you want a more organic look, they had a bunch of different terracotta pot options as well. I really loved these ones with the carved contrasting floral leaf detail on them. They also had a bunch of different wind chime and the rain chain options as well if you're looking to add that to your space. I always look forward to checking out their seasonal wreaths, florals, garlands. They had some really great wreath options. I definitely don't get super fussy about the realistic nature of wreaths, especially if they're on my front door. This purple one was a really pretty statement piece. They also had some with mixed floral options, and then this pink cherry blossom one was such a showstopper. I have something a little too similar, but if I needed something, I definitely would have grabbed that. I do really like that they separate their florals by color, so it makes it a lot more user-friendly to shop. I was happy to see the Real Touch hydrangea options that they had. I mentioned these in a previous video and finally got my hands on them. They had both the cone option and the round. There were not many in stock for these, so they definitely are a popular item. And I do feel like they are pretty decent looking as far as being a budget-friendly option, but they have such an endless amount of florals available to you. I actually came in planning to pick up these parrot tulip ones. The actual floral part of it looked really beautiful, but the leaf and the stem were just so fake looking that I had to pass on them. Here is another color option for the Real Touch hydrangeas. It is this really pretty light pink color. I wish there was slightly more variation on it. However, they are a really beautiful option. They did also have some Real Touch rose options again this year. I have some that I picked up from Home Goods last year that I love to decorate with, but if you couldn't get your hands on them, they are a great option. They had even more floral options up front in their regular home decor aisles. I found these white hydrangea ones that are a little bit different than the others, and I ended up picking those up, as well as these more wispy wildflower ones. I thought they were such a perfect transitional stem. They had some great everyday charger options as well. They had this braided jute one that looks exactly like the ones that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago, and I love to use them for the spring and summer months. These lamps are such an amazing look for less option that you can find on designer sites, and I love that they came in 2 different sizes. So there's a smaller one that is perfect for a dresser in a kid's room, or the larger one would be perfect on a console or entry table. They also have some really great everyday pieces like baskets, vases, pillows, and throws. I did not go into the other aisles in depth because this store can be so overwhelming and I needed this to be a short trip, but just know if you are planning to stop at your local at-home store, you got to give yourself a little bit of time to actually take a look and just soak it all in. All right, so now we are back, friends. Again, this was a short trip that we made to At Home in this video. You could spend a couple hours there just taking everything in. They have so much. So if you are looking to decorate your home, your apartment, they have plenty of options available for you. Seasonal, everyday stuff. There's a ton available, and it's all very budget friendly too, which I always appreciate. Now, as you guys know, I have a love for faux florals, and that is what I picked up today. I only picked up 2 things, 2 types, I should say. I always pick up more than 1 stem, but I came across these really fun, like wildflower ones. These are retailed for only $3.99 a piece, which is such an incredible price. They are very plasticky. They are not a real touch floral. Let me just pull one of these here. So this is just one of them. I grabbed 5. So obviously this is not fluffing. This is not bending branches around. This is straight off the shelf, super straight looking. But to give it a more realistic look, you bend your stems around in different directions, and then all of a sudden it starts to look better. But this is just one stem. You can see up close, it is very plasticky. However, if you are looking from a distance, like if I had them styled on my entry table, to just give a little wispy type of approach, I love that look. This is also a great layering piece. So if you have some statement florals with some long leaf eucalyptus, you could layer a couple of these in to give it that really pretty, whimsical, that's the word I was trying to find, whimsical type of look to an arrangement. But they're great as a transitional stem for like early spring decorating. Again, you can layer it. So I picked up 5 of these here. And then I also picked up a couple of the Real Touch hydrangeas. Now they had a couple different versions. They had the bald one like this, and then they also had a cone, and each of them came in different colors. I wish they had more color selection. The stock was also extremely low. They did have a bunch of these white ones, which is ultimately what I went with. These retail for $6.99 a stem, but the branch detail is amazing, the leaf detail is amazing, and they are a real touch floral. And I think they look so pretty. I grabbed 5 of these as well. So when you have them all styled up like this in a larger arrangement or a smaller coffee table one, you could do 3. It looks so realistic and so good. This is probably a stem that if you're gonna have in a shorter arrangement, you're gonna wanna cut it because this wire is really thick. But if you don't want to, do your best bending it, use some electrical tape with it. But I thought these were so pretty, and the white I can use with anything. So if I'm changing up my pillows and throws each year, these are gonna go with all of it. They also had really pretty pink, purple, and a green, but it's a different variety than this one. So they actually had 2 different of like the ball. It's got a different name on it. I'm so sorry, but the rounded hydrangea, they had 2 versions. This one I actually really like because it has this little like graded edge almost that I feel like takes it to the next level. And the other one has that perfectly round one, which gives it more of a, hey, I'm faux kind of moment. But I love hydrangeas. We have some in our backyard. I can't bring them inside. For 1, allergic to florals, and 2, I tried last year and spiders were coming out of it, and I'm horrified. I'm not even going to attempt to do anything like that again. So faux is my friend, and it lasts all year round, and I don't need to have a green thumb to make sure they survive. So I absolutely love these, but be sure, that's actually all that I grabbed this trip. There was, and I'm going to put a disclaimer, it is sold out online. Never saw it in the store either. There is a McGee & Co. dupe for my big Antonia vase. It's a smaller, more petite version. I saw Jenna's Home and Evelyn Hernandez both share it. I saw Jenna Pierce share it. I've seen a few other people. Some people have spray painted it. I know Evelyn did. Some people have left it as is. It's a little bit of a lighter color than that one. And again, slightly smaller. I did not find it. I was so hoping that I could find it because I love my Antonia vase. I think it is so worth it. It is a splurge. It's an investment, but it doesn't fit in many places because it is so big. And so I leave it on our kitchen island. It's living here for now because I filmed that video and just never changed it. But it lives on the kitchen island because it's so large. So like for our built-ins, it's probably too wide to fit on it. So I could get the smaller version, but that one is still so pricey too that the at-home one's only $20. So if you can find one, I hope you can for your sake. I'm still going to keep an eye out. If I happen to see it get restocked online, I will share it. But I'm so impressed with how similar it looks to the real thing. But that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope that you enjoyed shopping with me at the at-home store. Again, super short, super sweet video. Leave me a comment down below with anything that you had seen that you love, or if you've picked anything up yourself as well. I would love to hear all about it. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye!